It's Wednesday, July 17, 2019. I hope everybody's having a wonderful day. I'm in Orange County, California right now, out here taking care of some business, working hard. But while I'm out here, I'm going to try to shoot some videos and get those out to you. In the meantime, I just wanted to tell everybody out there, as I was driving out yesterday, I shot a little bit of video of more of the retail apocalypse that is occurring in Riverside County, California, specifically Moreno Valley. We stopped off in one area. You'll see the video. It's just horrific to see the amount of homeless people, the amount of vacancies, buildings just falling apart, decaying. Looks like Detroit in some areas of Moreno Valley and Riverside County now. And so shot some video for you. Didn't have enough time to stop at another location, which was even worse. So with the time restraints, I didn't have time to shoot that, but maybe on the way back to the desert later in the week, I'll be able to do that for you. But I think you're going to get the gist of things when you just see what is happening to so many cities around the country, and especially in Riverside County. It's just a real eye-opener. But you know, I just wanted to say this: every one of you is very blessed if you're not living on the streets. When you see people pushing shopping carts, sleeping in cardboard boxes, everything they have in their entire life is sitting in a shopping cart. And you know, we complain a lot that, you know, things aren't good, that we're, you know, living paycheck to paycheck. We don't maybe, you know, have the toys that we want, or we don't have the assets that we want, or we're not, you know, acquiring quite what we want in life. But let me tell every one of you is blessed, because there is somebody out there with a lot less than you, somebody out there that has it a lot worse than you do. And so when you go out and you look at these areas, and I recommend to everybody out there, go take a drive and see what's going on in your cities, in your counties, and see the homeless people. If you think you have it bad, every one of you should take your kids out and show your kids what can happen. You know, if you make some bad choices in life, if you know, if you're not careful with your money. Not everybody is a drug addict. Not everybody is mentally disabled. There are people out there that had good jobs. There are people out there that worked jobs, and they worked hard, and they fell upon some bad luck. They had a medical issue. They fell behind because they were living paycheck to paycheck. And as soon as an emergency comes up and you don't have that emergency fund, easily that could be anybody. So not everybody on the street is some type of loser. Not everybody is a drug addict. There are people out there that should not be there. And of course, we do have people out there with mental disabilities, with drug addictions, yet we're taking care of all these people from other parts of the world. And it just really tugs at my heart when I see Americans of all colors living on the streets in Riverside County, San Bernardino, Orange County, San Diego County, Imperial County, every county imaginable. We have a growing amount of homelessness, and nothing is being done. The money is going into other areas. We have vets living on the streets. We have mothers with kids living on the streets. And when you go out and actually witness it yourself, it's really, really sad. And I wish I could have shot more video and went to some other locations, but we didn't have enough time to do that. But hopefully on the way back, I will be able to do that for you. But I think it's important that everybody really takes into account what they have. Maybe you aren't driving the car you want, or you don't have the car that your neighbors have or your friends have, or you're not living in that house or in that zip code. It doesn't matter. You have it way better than so many people, and you really need to thank God and be so appreciative that, number one, you have your health. Number two, you have your family, you have a roof over your head, you're eating, and yeah, things are bad. The economy's bad. I'm looking this morning on Zero Hedge. And before I even go to Zero Hedge, let me say this. I also shot some video as we were driving on the freeway into Orange County through Riverside. take a look at the amount of traffic, and that's not even a bad day. What you're seeing is not even that bad of a day. What would you do if that big earthquake happened? What would you do if some EMP happened or some disaster happened? What if things got really bad in some cities and people tried to get out? Take a look at the amount of people, especially here in Southern California. How would you ever get out? This is why it's so imperative, why I tell you every day you need to be preparing, because more than likely you're not going to get out. You're going to be bugging in. You're going to be, in a situation where you're not going to be able to get out of the big cities. You're not going to get out of these large counties. These freeways are just atrocious. They're just inundated with people and cars and trucks. And the minute somebody's car breaks down and there's an accident, it gets 10 times worse. Just imagine if an overpass came down. We are just so susceptible and so believing that this could never happen, that if it did, the government or the authorities are going to come in and fix it. Take a look at the amount of people on these freeways and tell me how you would get out. This is why I think you should always have some type of bug out bag and preparations in your car, because you could be stuck. And so when you're living in these areas with such dense populations, things can get really, really gnarly, really, really quick. Water, food, security, you name it. So just something to think about. I know everybody thinks the grid can never go down, that the authorities, these agencies are going to come in and fix it. Basically, if a freeway overpass comes down, they're just going to fix it in a day and traffic's going to move along. It does not work that way. So really think about that and make sure you're prepared. So, quick video today. I just got into town, late yesterday, and so just didn't really have time. I had things to do. There's just some big articles here that are on Zero Hedge. Martin Armstrong warns Epstein case could shake global confidence. We're going to see big names, these people, doing the most deviant things with kids. These names are going to come out, and this could really shake confidence across the world. This is why so many people, they judge this president, saying he's not doing this, he's not being truthful, he's not telling everybody. If this president came out and told America the truth about what's really happening in this economy, what's happening with these demonic people in these very dark states, the economy would collapse overnight. I don't think people have an understanding that just a little bit of negativity hits these algorithms and the whole thing comes tumbling down. If this president came out and just said 10% of what was really happening behind the scenes in these markets, with these demonic entities in these very dark states, I have to be careful what I say, these markets would come crashing down. I think that this president is being very cautious with what he says, and I without a doubt know that this president knows exactly what is happening with this economy, that this economy is going to go into bankruptcy. This dollar must be backed by something other than faith. More going on. Mike Flynn hauls former lawyers back into court, accused of withholding case files. This is just how corrupt the system is. Global central banks are trapped by their own inflation targets. Boeing thinks human life is only worth $150,000. Boeing, and this whole mess with Boeing is another earthquake waiting to happen. More news. Due to a poor harvest season, we're experiencing shortages on many canned vegetable items. Just the beginning. Later in this summer, we're going to see more problems and a food shortage. Here's another one. Is a recession coming? The bigger names of finance weigh in. Building permits plunge most in 3 years despite tumbling rates. So again, we're in the so-called booming economy, but we see housing permits, new housing permit starts down. Now we're seeing building permits plunging. And I can tell you as an eyewitness from just taking 10 minutes yesterday and driving off the 60 freeway in Moreno Valley, you want to talk about large amounts of commercial real estate sitting vacant, retail space sitting vacant, just decaying. Just falling apart. Let's see, what else do we have here? Bank runs. Deutsche Bank clients are pooling, and this one I think we all better pay attention to closely. I don't think it's getting enough attention. Deutsche Bank clients are pooling $1 billion a day. This is a bank run. I think Deutsche Bank is in huge trouble. Borrow time. If they go down, it's game over. So we're looking at metals today. Let's see, I think gold was up $16.50. Silver was up something like 63 cents, getting near the $16 mark. And I've been telling everybody, these are the two most undervalued assets in the entire world. Not to say we're not going to see a pullback and they're going to come back down a little bit. But as times get worse, as things get more dangerous in this economy, there's only two things you can run to. It's going to be gold and silver. And again, they're still on sale. These numbers are cheap. We haven't seen anything yet. And, I've got to repeat this. Don't buy gold and silver as an investment. Gold and silver is an insurance policy. Buy it, put it away, and don't even think about it. It is a life jacket in case your boat starts sinking. Then you want to pull it out. Buy it, stack it, accumulate it, and put it away, and don't worry about what it does. If it goes up 50 cents, goes down 50 cents, goes up $1, goes down $2, it does not matter. What matters is you have it. And we're in a time now where either you have it or you don't. And the people that don't are going to be at a major disadvantage. So put the odds in your favor, put the advantage in your favor, and be accumulating some precious metals. I'm not telling anybody to go out and take 100% of their money and go buy metals, but you need to be diversified, and you need to have a good portion of money in the metals. You've got to have a good portion of that portfolio in the metals, because the news is not good, and it's only going to get worse. And if this is the good times, imagine what the bad times are going to do. So again, silver having a very nice day today. Gold, again, another nice day. And many people continue to ask me recommendations where to buy. SD Bullion, link down below. They've been fantastic. I just got my last order from them last week. I'll be making another order probably in the next 7 days because this is a great time to buy. And I don't work for SD Bullion. I do have a link. They take care of the channel. If you use that link, I don't care where you buy your metals from. Go to a pawn store, go to a coin store, go to another internet dealer. The main thing, what I'm trying to tell you is you need to be purchasing precious metals. You need to be buying this stuff because at some point it's going to be unattainable. It's going to be too expensive, and there just isn't enough to go around. Right now, people are overlooking the two most undervalued assets in the entire world. Wow, all this, what I'm reading to you right now, right on Zero Hedge, the most recent stuff, none of it is positive, none of it is good. This is the time to be preparing and doing what the masses are not. So be your own central bank, be an independent free thinker, and protect yourself. Buy some metal, put it away, don't worry about what it does. It's going to be there for you when you need it. Guys, I'm going to get out of here. I got a lot of stuff to do. I'm out here, got a lot of work to do. And but I will be trying to shoot some more video and checking in with you and getting you the latest news and updates of what's going on. Have a great day. Have a beautiful day. And remember, every one of you is blessed. You have it better than so many people. God bless.